Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Papal State. Now, we did last episode get the Swiss Guard already hired, which we might actually just want to go and attach that to the main army for now. I do wonder if the Swiss army or the Swiss Guard is actually going to increase in size, or if it's going to be 4,000 at all times. But regardless, we've got a bit of fleet doing trading. We're getting... Oh, there we go. We can probably recall that one. Do we already have the... Yeah, we got the 4 alliances, and we can't start annexing our vassals quite yet, but we are improving relations with them. I could probably go ahead. Ooh, actually, we've got good relations with Naples. Oh, right. Aragon and Castile are fighting a war. Okay, good to know, good to know. I do actually wonder, in terms of influence, like offer vassalization. I'm guessing no one's... No, Bologna does not want that. Albania doesn't want that. Albania is the second closest one, oddly enough. Siena's pretty far away. I mean, our economy isn't that massive comparatively. Not yet, at least. We'll probably try to get that a bit higher, but it's just it counts the development mostly, and we don't have that much higher development yet. We've got a fairly good relation with the Austrians, though. Question is, of course, can I... Like, how do I join? You know what? I'm going to give Austria a cardinal. They don't have a cardinal yet. It's, we're going to be using the courier treasure. Which we've got a decent bit in there, to be fair. I can't use that on myself, I don't think. But yeah, there's a whole lot of treasure in there. Well, 1,400. It's a decent bit. I wouldn't mind embezzling some of that, to be fair. But yeah, I might want to go and start building a bit of spy network over here in Naples. Oh, right. We'd have to do that on Aragon instead. Sure. Let's build a spy network in Aragon then. We don't have any claims on these areas. Well, actually, I suspect there's probably going to be some missions that will give us claims. Do I actually have any claims? Oh, I've got a core in Ravenna. How's, well, I suppose Urbino, we can't start annexing that yet. We don't have the relations, and it needs to wait until 1453? Okay. Well, we'll eventually get that sorted out. I'm going to start currying favors with Austria, actually. Right now, we can take that diplomat away whenever we need to do some other stuff. It's close enough so it only takes a few days, and we can get the favors in there increasing enough. Ooh, expensive edicts. Oh, right, so we haven't been doing development. That's actually fine. We can remove that for now. Is there any... Well, I suppose we could get the extra trade power. You know what? Sure. It's going to give us more money in the long run, since we're not developing right now. But yeah, trade is actually a decent chunk of our income. It's, well, 28% right now, almost 29. Now, I do wonder, does, France does, in fact, have some cardinals already. I've got my one. We can recall the diplomat in Austria. So no more relations improvements there. We're getting the spy network in Aragon. I wouldn't mind getting the Sardinia, quite frankly. That'd be a nice sort of location to then hop over here. So another achievement that we might get is we need to have 100% devastation over here in the Tunis area, or Tunisia area. All the states. So that's going to be something that we do want to get. Ooh. Naples pays its dues. The new king of Naples, Ferrando I, has followed the terms of his father's agreement and has paid his dues to the church. 100 ducats? Okay, we've got good relations with them. Yeah, so they are now independent, I guess. Yeah, at least they're no longer, you know, in personal union. They are still in that war, to be fair. Wait, what? Byzantium's got claims in. Okay, sure enough. They can try. Right, so did we get the... Yeah, so I suppose Navy is... Are we getting the naval tradition, actually, right now? We are. We're not getting a whole lot of it, but we are getting some. It's probably not going to be quite enough to get all of that sorted out, but we'll get more things in there. We do have a bit of money. We could potentially get the... I'm going to get the trade efficiency advisor in here, just so that we can get a bit more money from trade, although it's not enough to cover the cost of the advisor, but we do get the extra points there. So that at least does help. We're not getting money, or much money from our vessels, but that's alright. So actually... Oh, the Sistine Chapel. We get some devotion. We lose a bit of money. But yeah, I suppose that's fine. So what do we have in here? Is that now... No. Oh, right, there's a modifier in here, I guess. Yep. Alright then. I mean, I don't mind a bit of a yearly devotion, to be fair. We do eventually want to get the St. Peter's Basilica upgraded to a few levels. Potentially all the way to level 3. Which that's, well, the courier power cost, which, we don't really use the courier power, do we? But the point cardinal cost going down would be quite handy. You know what? I know that the Teutonic Order doesn't necessarily like us too much, but I might be able to give them a cardinal nonetheless. Similarly, oh, harsh life on the ocean. Okay, we'll lose a bit of sailors. The Knights, have they? They have not converted that yet. I might want to go ahead and start improving relations with them, though. So we still don't have any claims on Naples. But actually, let's have a look at, for the Kingdom of God, we only need to control the northern Italy areas. There's a lot of areas that we do need to control in northern Italy. So we could potentially stay in good relations with Naples. It would be a nice sort of shield to the south, to be fair. Or at least for the time being. Eventually we might want to expand a bit further in there, but we don't necessarily need to do that yet. We're still getting 2 ducats per month, which is a decent amount. We haven't gotten any of the techs yet, though. So we are probably a bit behind. Ooh, right, what do they want this time around? Spoleto, more base tax? Terracina, get 2 more base manpower. That's probably doable. Or Gulf of Venice. Oh, no, Gulf of Valencia. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to go with the nobility suggestion. So Terracina just needs to get 2 clicks over there. Admittedly, we didn't put the edict in there to reduce the cost a bit, but it's not the end of the world. And since we didn't call in the Diet, I believe, or some of the Diet, so that does mean that nobility is not going to be too upset. Well, the influence is going to drop in a few years. But I do wonder, actually, for the support the orders. Still need to get the relations with the various orders a decent bit. The influence of theirs is still too high for now, and the nobilities that is. But yeah, if we get good relations with the Knights and Livonian Order and Teutonic Order, we should be able to get that. Actually, oh, we're going to declare war on Provence. All right then. So that's going to give us army tradition. Okay, and then what's this? Eastern alliances. Allied with, or is the overlord of any Christian country in the Balkans, Anatolia, or Caucasia regions. Okay. I wonder if the Knights would actually count for that. Possibly. Actually, so what is the reward for that? Every Christian ally and subject in the Balkans, Anatolia, and Caucasia region get the Gesmolikon Core modifier for 15 years, giving the following effects: global sailor modifier, global manpower modifier, and gain some military power. Okay. And the prestige on, we need to get into good relations with Ethiopia, most likely. Well, not necessarily just Ethiopia, one of the nations in there. We don't actually know any of them currently, so that's a bit of a problem. Or at least a bit of a complication, one could say. Oh, is, right, they're still fighting Castile, okay. Aragon's gonna be losing this war. So did we actually manage to increase the... No, we haven't increased the army force limit. Nor the naval force limit. Jubilee in Riga. The Archbishop of Riga has convoked a Jubilee in Riga, a holy remission of sins and universal pardons. This is a Christian tradition which dates back to 1300, and Pope Boniface VIII convoked a holy year in Rome. You know what? Sure, we'll get a better relation with them. I don't know if I want to claim stuff from Aragon. I mean, maybe it would be a possibility. Who are they allied with? Oh, Savoy. They don't like me because I'm allied to one of their rivals, though, which is France. I suppose that makes sense. I could get a claim in there. I don't know if it's going to be... We don't have the fleet, actually, to land in there right now. So we'd have to have, like, I don't know, someone like France help us. Oh, Jubilee in Trier? You know what? Sure. If they want to have Jubilees to improve relations with me, I'm okay with that. I'm guessing they probably get some benefits from it as well. How's the relation with the Knights? It's 80 right now. Urbino's in pretty good shape already. We can still go a little bit higher, but not too much. Oh, truce with Ottomans ended. Alright then. Ah, we can see more lands. Okay. Well, you've got it. We're going to claim some more. And that means that we can put in the burghers with the extra monthly diplo points in there. There we go. Back to 30%. But at least we are now getting the 566 points in here. So, still not a huge amount, but hey, it does help. Oh, the Renaissance. Where did it spawn? Genoa, okay. Well, this changes everything. We'll just start oh. Okay, Florence and Bologna are having some revolts in there. Luckily, we don't have... Oh, Urbina and Perugia have... Okay, hold on a minute. This one, we should allow people to attach to that, I suppose. I don't know why they brought the armies to Rome, but sure, I guess. Because it's not like we are at war. Oh, I can join the HRA. That's how it's done. That's probably something that's been put in the comments already. But yeah, let's join the Empire. There we go. That's much better. Combat sergeant. Oh, fascinating. Because we are a scholar. So is France fighting? No, it's Burgundy is fighting a war against Provence and some of the other French minor nations, that is. How much do we... Right, so it's probably going to take a little while for the Renaissance to actually spread to us. Although it is already spreading a little bit into 0.44. Actually, what I suppose I could do, switch that to the institution spread. We'll lose a little bit income perhaps, but at the same time, getting the institution spread faster in here, it is going to be a fairly decent improvement. And it's not directly spreading. Oh, because it's, right, it's got a decent bit of development in there, so that's why it's getting some of it. It's Italian capital, so that's even more. And once it starts spreading through, like, Lucca and... I suppose Siena is probably going to be the way for us to get it properly in here. Also, maybe some stuff in, like, Venice. Once that gets it, we'll be getting it onto the eastern coast as well. But there we go. That shouldn't take too long for us to get that. You know, I'm going to go ahead and put in a bit of a claim over here. It's probably not going to be good for our relations. We can at least potentially do some conquest in here with... Or towards Aragon. Oh, France declared war on Provence. They do call me in. I wouldn't mind initially getting a bit of land over here. But I suspect that we're probably not going to get that area, let's be honest. Now, how much do we need for the techs? We still need a little bit further. Ooh, harder seaman, okay. Now, actually, we haven't had a look at the government reforms yet, so let's take a quick look over here. So, the first is going to be internal external mission. So, we can go for the internal mission. Construction church and cathedral increase clergy loyalty by 2 and 5% respectively. Not too bad. External mission, on the other hand, manpower recovery speed would be quite handy. Mission to civilize, settler chance... Oh, right, so if we go for colonization, or like get a colonist and all that, that would be quite handy. Mission on the high seas. So more sailors and all that. That could be somewhat useful, to be fair. There's the balance mission, which would give us more devotion. And reduce the cooldown on changing national focus. That's kind of handy, actually. Ooh, commercial mission, getting extra merchants. That would also be quite handy for money. Or mission of protection, getting more missionary and fort defense. I mean, the fort defense is also quite strong. Like 10% isn't massive, but it does help quite a bit over long periods of time. I think we might go for the commercial mission, really, to get the extra merchants and the global trade power, because we can get a lot more money in the Mediterranean that way. Then after that is the education of the state. So education of the theocrat. That's a monarch lifespan increase. Okay. New rules will trigger an education event for future heirs. Oh, okay. Education of the court. Advisor cost goes down. That's kind of handy, actually. Education of missionaries. Mission strength, max absolutism, and mission maintenance cost goes... Ooh. That is also quite handy. We're going to start doing a lot of conquest in other areas. And then education of the people. Idea cost goes down. Institutions spread in true faith promise. Oh, actually, I think education of the people is going to be how it's going to go. Because the idea cost going down and institutions spreading faster, that is really powerful. We can, technically speaking, change that back and forth every now and then. Right, so what's the next mission going to be? So either more taxes, or tax base in Ancona to 7, that's going to be quite expensive. Terracina to manpower 5, or Rome to base production 11. Okay, I think the manpower one is probably still going to be the cheapest one. Although, how expensive would it be to develop Rome? 76, okay, so we could probably go ahead and switch this. No, we can't switch that right now. Okay. Technically speaking, we could put the development cost reduction over here. And then go with the Ancona one. So base tax would need to increase. But yeah, we'll put that development cost there. And then we'll go ahead and just give that 2 levels. And it's already done. Alright, so we could summon the deer. Okay, the nobility still got a little bit in there. I suppose once we reduce the land share, it's going to drop down a little bit. Urbanization. Ooh. Oh, base tax in Rome. You know what? I'll take it. They get a bit more influence with the burghers, that is, but that's fine. So we've got now 26 development in here. Unfortunately, I don't think that increases the... Well, it does kind of increase the amount of institutions spread in here, but it's not going to be that much yet. But has it spread into anything else yet? Ooh. Oh. We'll be the first ones to invest, or among the first ones to invest into the Diplotech. So for innovativeness, I like the sound of that. So to get that one, we could probably build the one marketplace. That would increase... Yeah, Rome's going to be where we build that. That's going to give us a bit more trade power in Genoa, which right now we've got 40%. Once that is built, it's probably going to be maybe 15 or somewhere there. Or maybe a little bit higher than that. But I doubt it's going to be hugely improved or increased from that point. We do need to eventually get some more central, or like we need to upgrade the National Harbour over here a bit further to get even more trade power. But we do need to get a bit more money for that, I reckon. We also have still fairly low stability. I might go out and invest into some of that. It's actually only 89 points for the first one. So we'll take it. I think that's going to be totally fair. Oh, we got a good relation with the Knights. I don't suppose we can ally them, can we? Not yet. Ah, right, because they're allied with Venice. Okay, fair enough. Let's go and start improving relations with the Teutonic Order in the meanwhile, or once we get the diplomat back. So that's at least one of the holy orders that we have now befriended. But of course, nobility's loyalty isn't high enough currently. Are they losing... Oh, hold on a minute. No, the equilibrium is 68. Okay. So it's just it needs to go up a little bit. I suppose we did see some lands, didn't we? Actually, how close are we? Well, I suppose yeah, we haven't got the Renaissance present anyway. I'm hoping that I could actually give that to Austria so they would pay us. Or France, that would also work. Someone that is wealthy, we can share the knowledge of Renaissance, and that's hopefully going to help. How is the... Oh, we can investigate heresy. How bad is it right now? It's 9% reform desire. We'll do that once, at least. Keep the reform desire low. Oh, Sweden's got a new cardinal. Oh, Siena is under siege by France. Oh, okay. Because they're allied to France. Well, that makes sense. I suppose with them getting siege down, they got a lot of devastation in there. So I suppose it might... well, no, they're not going to be any... Oh, Naples announced me as a rival. Well, that's unfortunate. They're allied to Florence. You know what, let's stop building the spy network in Aragon then, and we'll start building a spy network down here in Naples. Getting a few claims there probably wouldn't hurt. Of course, we need to utilize our allies to actually be able to fight off those two, but that's fine. Oh, but next year we can start annexing our vassals. I think we're going to start with Urbino. That would give us border with the Florence. That'd be, either one is going to give border with Florence, but that's going to give us border with Venice, actually. Oh, look at that. So Burgundy took it. Well, it was supposed to... Yeah, Provence doesn't have a whole lot of land anymore. They got Anjou, and then they've got the sort of Provence proper. Now, how close are we getting? Okay, 60% in Rome. It's not huge or particularly close yet. Do we actually have more room for troops now? We could have another boat. Alright, then let's get another bark over there to get some more trading going. And we can get the first government reform soon enough. Ooh, trade expansion. Trade efficiency plus 10%, institution spread plus 20%. Oh, that's going to be quite handy. Now, how much is that? That's 0.63 per month right now. Oh, once our truce expire with Austria. Oh, right, because we... I think that was because we joined the Empire. Let me just double check. So we are... Oh, right, actually, I'm going to definitely support the reform, or the first one. Development costs and construction costs goes down. That's very handy. Yeah, I didn't remember where to do the... or join the HRA, but we found it eventually. Oh, well, on the second episode, so it wasn't that bad. There we go. So now we're going to get the first reform. I think we're going to get the commercial mission. Just the extra trade power and the extra merchant is going to be quite handy. And what we'll actually do, we'll go and collect from the trade over there. Since we're transferring from multiple places, that's actually going to keep a bit higher trade efficiency in here. So now we have, how much actually? 17%. Okay. Could be better, could be worse. Alright, we're now no longer ahead of time, at least not as much. So there's the Renaissance cost is still, of course, hindering us. 20% right now in Rome. It hasn't actually spread to anything else yet. Oh, no, it's now in Venice. I wonder... Oh, well, it's spreading a little bit in there, but since Venice is our rival, then I don't think it's going to actually spread from Venice directly. I suppose once Siena gets that, that's going to be a big boost for us. Yeah, it's going to be quite nice getting that. Ah, right, we can also go ahead and get a bit of a claim over here. What do they have? They've got supporting independence of Athens. Ah, okay, and they're allied to Florence only. They do have a decent army, though. Actually, how much of an army do they have? 16,000? Okay. Could potentially do a bit of excommunication, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Oh, because papal opinion is too high. Okay, yeah, they don't like me, but I apparently don't hate them yet. We can fix that eventually, though. Oh, is Venice at war? Oh, they're fighting Byzantium, Athens, and Serbia. So it's the... Oh, it could be the Knights or someone. Actually, who are they fighting directly? Athens and Naples? And the Venice and Naxos. Oh, okay, so they're fighting 2 wars there. So Athens, war for independence, and Venetian conquers of Constantinople. Okay, that's a bold move, if I've ever seen one. Get the Miltech. There we go, so military tactics and land morale increase. Very handy. No, Florence allows me as a rival. Well, that doesn't come as a surprise. Truce with Teutonic Order ended. Actually, that reminds me, we can probably stop the relations improvement with Teutonic Order and then just switch to Livonian Order to get that mission somewhat sorted out. It might still take a little while to get it completed, but I think, yeah, nobility's loyalty needs to be higher and the influence needs to be somewhat less. I don't know, actually, if we'll be able to reduce that too much yet. I suppose we could, in theory, remove some of the... Oh! Expensive edict. Oh, right, so it's the encourage development. We don't need that one right now, so we'll just put no edict. That's going to save us a bit of money. How much have we... Well, we got... Oh, we actually do have a decent income right now. 4 ducats per month. And we're getting 4 ducats from trade. And that's about a third of our income. Almost 40%, actually. So that's not too bad. Oh, complaints about official. We can afford losing a bit of devotion. We get that quite a bit per year anyway. So that's a few years and we're back on full swing in there, as it were. Right, Florence has not embraced the institution yet, as far as I can tell. Or maybe they have. They do have a president in 2 provinces already. And we've got, what, 30% already in Rome? How much is it growing now? 163 still, so there isn't any... Well, I suppose Siena is probably going to be the next one. No, they've probably developed that a little bit. I suppose I could go out and just put in like 1 extra development over here. And that gives us a bit of boost. And then it's also slightly faster spreading in here now. We've got a fairly good spread modifier, 113% boost there. That is pretty effective, I would say. Pretty effective. And we do want to get that sorted out sooner or later. We could, in theory, I suppose, get the natural harbour upgraded. I believe that does give us a bit of a boost in there, but I don't remember exactly. On the other hand, how much would it cost to develop all the embrace? It's going to be like maybe 200. Ooh. Imagine going bankrupt. We can spend a bit of Diplo points and some ducats. Or we take a hit for... That's 10-year hit. You know what? We'll pay a bit of ducats. We'll get a decent bit of money from Genoa anyway. So while it's not ideal, it's not that bad. Ooh, Naples announced Serbia as their new rival. Alright then. And there will be blood. Oh, but Ottomans declared war on Byzantium. Oh, right. The Venetians did manage to get... Oh boy. Byzantium is a 1 province minor now. They don't even know Constantinople. Do they have any... Nope. They're allied to Serbia and that's it. Alright then, well that's not going to go all that well for them. We could try to see some more land. Burgers would not enjoy that. But we're going to afford waiting a few more months and then do that. Oh, we could actually afford removing one of these. That would reduce their loyalty quite a bit. Briefly, but at the equilibrium wouldn't be too bad. We just need to remove something that doesn't increase the... Well, that's a lot of influence from there. We kind of do want to keep this one as well. Basically, we need to reduce the influence somewhat. I guess the expand fortifications could go. It would increase some of the fort maintenance, actually speaking, which we might be able to mothball the fort in Rome right now. That's something that I should have done ages ago. So I'm probably going to get rid of the expanded fortifications for the time being. That's going to reduce the influence to be below 60% most of the time. And that way we can then get the mission done with the... orders, essentially, although the influence or the loyalty needs to go up a little bit. But we can actually increase that with some missions and whatnot, so it's not too bad. Well, there we go. 4.5 ducats income, that's not too bad. We could actually go ahead and get some more advisors, I reckon. Let's get the... stability cost modifier is not too bad. But maybe we'll just get the national unrest. We don't have any unrest right now, but we do want to make sure that that stays that way. And then for the military, we can probably get the... We'll just get the 4th defense advisor, just in case. But there we go. Now we've got a bit more in there, and we can get... Oh, Advanced Religion Act. I'm not going to go for that quite yet. Oh, purchase the electorate. Oh, 6,000. Right, but we need to have a subject that is an electorate. Or request electorate. In subject countries, electorate and emperor trust at least 80. Okay, we might need to increase the trust with the Austrians, to be fair. But I think we need to, yeah, we need to have a diplomat available for that. And we don't have enough, well, I think we've got enough favors for increasing trust at least once, but that might not be sufficient, really. Ooh, we've got a new pope. And loyal to us, by the looks of it, I think. Are we the... No, it's Spanish pope. Okay, never mind. We could still appoint one of our loyalists as a cardinal, but I suppose we don't actually need to do that right now. Let's see what the Castilians do. Ooh, indulgent trade efficiency minus 10%. That's not good. Cardinal spread institution. Actually, that is a perfect solution there. We got a cardinal in Rome, which means we'll be getting 4.7. Oh, wow, that is a huge boost there. Yeah, fair enough. So we should be getting the... Oh, Iberian wedding. Aragon is junior partner. Alright then. We might want to keep a good relation with... Oh, and now the win... okay. Let's go ahead and get another claim over here in Naples. We'll stop currying favors with Austria. So that we can start... Actually, we can already start annexing our vessel, can't we? At least Urbino. It's going to cost us 7 points per month. Okay, it's not going to be taking that long, though. Like about a year. We're not quite ready to seize the land, but we will do that soon enough. Start reducing the influence of the nobility a little bit. Also, get some of the modifiers for the higher crown land. It's kind of handy. So how far are we from getting the support the order? So it's just the nobility that's the problem right now. So we'll wait until we get that mission done, I think, before we go ahead and seize the land, because I will need to get the nobility's loyalty up to 60. Well, actually, that's going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? Well, I suppose we are going to... The DS summoned thing is going to expire in 1464, so at that point we'd probably have the chance to do it. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.